Back at Stamford Bridge, people. This Wednesday, we play in another competition, the FA Cup. Chelsea against Leeds. This is more than a game. If you know the history behind Chelsea and Leeds, you know what I'm talking about. I just hope that Chelsea players understand also what it means to play at Wembley, to play in a final, to play against Leeds United. You know what I mean? I wish they can give them some kind of like citizenship test. You know, when you want to change your citizenship, right? And then they're going to give you an exam to know how you understand the country and the culture and everything, the national anthem and all that. I hope we can have something like that, because it looks like the new players, they don't really care. They just care about life in London, women, luxury, you know, Ferraris. But when it comes to playing football and give 120% on that pitch, bleed, sweat on that pitch for the badge, it looks like, I don't care. I got my money, and that is the most important. So Wednesday, we're going to play against Ethan Ampadu and Patrick Bamford. Made in Cobham. Remember them? Yeah, I think the way Chelsea treated Ethan Ampadu, not fair. I was one of the few people defending him because I think that he got something. So is he coming for revenge? Is he coming to show Pochettino and the owners what they are missing? Only time will tell. And this could be the last game for Pochettino, because you don't win this game after that loss against Liverpool in the final against Liverpool U17. Man, this is gonna be the end of it, because the owners might be thinking, well, probably it's time for us to start preparing for next season. Let's get rid of this guy and bring somebody else. You know, don't bring Frank Lampard, of course. Bring somebody who can take off charge, because if the players are not listening to you and they are not improving, you better bring somebody else, right? So this could be it. Do or die. Make or break for Pochettino. You know, losing against U17, Liverpool, and against Leeds, our enemy. I might put a video at the end of this one. I'm going to put a clip, probably if I have time, to show you the rivalry. The rivalry is so intense between the two teams. Now, in the modern era, it's less than that. But I hope that they can understand that and just do it. This is our culture. This is our identity. Anyways, I'm wasting my time talking about people who don't care. So, I think Pochettino is going to go with his so-called strong team, because he knows that this game could be it for him. But he doesn't care, though. You sack him today, you're going to pay him like 20 million in the pocket. So the guy is going to go rich. I will go with Petrovic in goal. Ben Chilwell, basically the same team that played in the final of the Cup. Levi Colwill, happy birthday. He's 21 years old already. Disasi and Gusto. Moises Caicedo, Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez. A front three, I think it's going to be Raheem Sterling, Nicholas Jackson, and Cole Palmer. This is his so-called strong team, right? Or he might make some adjustment. Let's say because this guy, Robert Sanchez, is back, he might put Robert Sanchez in goal, because they are all Spanish. Technically, they speak Spanish. And the goalkeeper's coach is from Brighton. He's Spanish, and he brought Robert Sanchez at Chelsea. So he might be pushing for Robert Sanchez to be back in the starting 11. But I don't want to see him. I'm just thinking what he could do. What else he can change? I don't think he will change much. I think he's going to go with his strongest team to try and get some kind of positive result. So everybody can feel okay. I don't think right now people can say we feel good. Right? That was humiliation, really. Losing that cup to those bunch of kids was just humiliating. Anyways, score prediction for me. I still believe in my team. I will never predict a bad result for my team. I think we're going to win 2-0. There are so many people who told me that they would prefer Chelsea to lose that game against Leeds so they can get Pochettino out of the door. That's the way you see football. I don't blame you. But for me, I just want to win every single game no matter what. Who's going to score? We're still waiting for Caicedo to score his traditional long-range shot. But I think this time it's going to be Cole Palmer to score and Nicholas Jackson.
Football rivalries aren't always local. Sometimes just a single game or a series of them can forge a mutual dislike that goes way beyond geography. For older generations of Chelsea fans, that rival is Leeds. Not just because of the famously filthy cup final of 1970 either. The relationship actually had its roots in the mid-60s. Managed by Tommy Docherty and Don Revie, they represented two very different sides of macho culture. All they had in common was a growing presence in the English game. In the spring of '63, Chelsea just beat Leeds to promotion. When they next met in early '65, they were first and second in the top flight, and things were getting physical. '66 and '67 brought cup victories for Chelsea, while Leeds bossed some tasty league meetings. As the 1969-70 campaign began, Dave Sexton was now in charge of the Blues. The clubs then met 6 times in 7 months, ending with the twice-played cup final. Now imagine this. The cup final was the season's only domestic football match that the public could watch live on television. And literally half the nation did watch. Over 28 million by the time the replay came around, a record that still stands for an English club game. A 2-2 draw was followed by a 2-1 Chelsea win, which is all that really should matter, but the real legacy is the legendary brutality of it all. This was basically 3.5 hours of common assault, punctuated by some memorable goals. When current referee Michael Oliver watched it back in early 2020, he sent off 11 players. Rory Jennings, who had the honour of officiating both games, only got his yellow card out once. Sadly, that fine Chelsea side would soon break up, and with both clubs spending chunks of time out of the top flight, renewing acquaintance was more rare, but still tasty. In April '84, the passion spilled out onto the field as a perfect Kerry Dixon hat-trick helped Blue thrash White 5-0 to ensure that Chelsea would be back in the First Division. While the meetings in '88-89 belonged to John Bumstead. A comedy effort at Ellen Road was followed by the goal that confirmed another return to the big time. Fast forward to Christmas '97. Players stood in silence to pay respects to the departed Leeds legend Billy Bremner before playing out a match he'd have loved. Alfie Holland and Gary Kelly both saw red, but the 9 men knuckled down for a goalless draw. In spring '99, Gus Poyet's winner saw Chelsea finish 1 place above Leeds to grab the final remaining Champions League position. And at the end of that year, Leeds went top by winning a dirty clash that saw Frank Leboeuf totally lose his usual cool. Into the naughty noughties, Graham Lasso and Danny Mills tried their best to reignite the old flames. And Idika Johnson gave the rivalry one of its greatest goals. But we've barely shared a field with our Yorkshire friends since, until now. With our fabulous feisty history, the reception will always be a warm one. Leeds are back in Chelsea's sights. A long-distance relationship it may be, but we've been watching very closely.